A lot of leadership from him so far. He's been in the program, but it's going in his 3rd year now, so he knows how to communicate and speak the language, and finally starting to make a lot of plays. And a lot of guys are starting to trust him on the field as far as getting all 11 guys lined up. So I see a lot of maturity in him now, and a guy that's take a whole lot of pride as being the smartest guy in the room.
So he's making a lot more plays, I guess. I mean, that's obviously important for you guys to get a lot of tackles out of that spot.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, if that position, in the last couple of years gotten over 100-something tackles. So, we're looking, Reese Mays had over 100-something this year. So for the backer in this system, the system is set up for a guy to make a lot of tackles. So, yeah, we expect a lot from him and looking for other guys to keep challenging him.
Is he getting better physically, just being able to get
to the ball? Yeah, 90% of it is just knowing where to go and who's going to block you and anticipating, what play is coming. So he's doing a really good job of finally starting to recognize formation and getting guys lined up and really learning how to protect himself. So I'm pleased with him. I want some other guys to step up and challenge him a little bit more, though.
How much are you guys getting out of Dylan right now? Obviously,
he's still hurt right now. Unfortunately, he had the flu for the last 2 days, so he kind of had a setback. But he's a smart kid and take a lot of pride. And the greatest thing about Dylan is he's got a lot of pride in himself and very proud of the game. Unfortunately, right now he's not 100% with his strength, so he struggles on getting off blocks some. But as far as the knowledge of Dylan, he's doing a really good job of getting guys aligned, coming in and asking a lot of questions. For me, he's a true freshman because he's never played that position. So he's got a long way to go as far as the knowledge of the game.
Other coaches talked a lot about defensive mistakes, too many big plays. How much of that, they talked about communication, how much does that fall on a linebacker?
Well, again, we got to get them all lined up. And, we got a lot of young guys on the field. And you got to recognize when guys are mislined. If you see one guy mislined, just run over there and get him, especially when you got 18, 19-year-old guys that's out there on the field that's never been in this kind of atmosphere. So you just got to go down physically and move them into position. Because, again, if everybody line up and do their jobs, and that's kind of the common theme this spring is just do your job one play at a time and make them earn every yard they get. And doing that, we won't give up explosive plays. Again, one guy out of position, one guy busts an assignment, and the result usually is an explosive play.
What's Darren Kirkland getting out of this run? Obviously, he's not, can't play, but what's he getting out of this?
Yeah, he sits in the room, and now he comes in a couple times a week and deal a lot one-on-one. As far as getting guys lined up and looking at it on the tape. He sits in the meetings now. He got, again, another kid that's a really knowledgeable kid. He can spit the game back out to you. A lot easier, though, when you're sitting behind the desk and the air conditioner on you. It's a lot easier to make those calls, and all of a sudden you get out there. It'll be interesting to see once the real bullets start to fly on how fast he can communicate. Like right now, if you ask him, he can do it. But again, a lot of those kids could until all of a sudden they got out there and had to play.
How kind of mentally advanced is he for an 18-year-old?
Very mature as a young guy. Has a command presence, unlike anybody we have on our team. He's different, and so it's going to be really interesting to see how he succeeds in the future. He's a really powerful kid too. If he gets his strength back fast, I think he'll be able to help us and push for a position.
Where are you seeing that command presence? Where are you seeing?
Because again, you saw him. We had a walkthrough the other day, and the guy claimed that he didn't get the call. Just the fact that he stepped up and challenged an older guy to listen. You don't hear that many times from young guys taking command of a huddle, and he did that with no problem. So that tells me a lot about his mental makeup. The fact that he's not sheepish at all, and he's willing to challenge older guys about who's making the calls on the field.